So as you know, this week Maverick Vinales has been testing for the first time with Aprilia at Misano. Now, I know a lot of people will say the lap times that we see from Vinales or at Misano on his Aprilia compared to what he done on the Yamaha don't really mean much, and the Vinales is always good in testing, but it's the race that really matters. Yes, that might be true, but that's not going to stop the media, aka us, reviewing and having a look at where Maverick seems to be strong on the Aprilia and also the differences between his riding style on the Yamaha as well. So let's just have a look at the lap times. So if you didn't see them, it was as follows. So the best lap time that Maverick done on his Aprilia was a 132.4, and that was on the second day of testing. Comparing that to last year's race results and practice results from Misano 1 and 2, that's the latest information that we have, and that's of course when he was on a Yamaha there. His best lap time in Misano 1 was a 131.411, and that was his best lap time in Q2. Then we look at the lap times in Misano 2. His best lap was pole position in Q2, a 131.077. Now, it's a bit immaterial. We don't know if Vinales has done a time attack yet, which is very interesting. But if you compare his race runs, it is quite comparable the lap time that he set on day 2 of his Aprilia test. So I looked at his FP4 stats from last year's 2 races, and I was able to see that his best lap time in FP4 at Misano 1 was a 132.531. And then when you look at FP4 the next week at Misano 2, it was a 132.124. So there was a gain there, but just remember last year we had back-to-back races. So that meant that the teams and the riders were used to the track and they were just refining details. So it was quite obvious that he would be faster the second time round. But what can we learn from that? So it looks like that Maverick, essentially on his first days on the Aprilia, has settled into race rhythm from what the numbers suggest. But from what he's been saying to the media, he's very happy. There's still a lot of things to work on before he races at Aragon next week, which will be a different test for that bike, but I'm quite confident that the Aprilia has worked around pretty much every circuit that we've went to this year. So where do I think Maverick will finish? Well, I think a good result in a race weekend where, everyone else is essentially used to everything that they've rode throughout the entire season. I would expect a top 10 finish for Maverick to be quite achievable, but will he get there? I don't know. It's really difficult in MotoGP now with the tyres, how quick it is and how much you have to adapt to things in a race weekend. It will be a challenge, but I'm really confident that he will be up to speed with the bike in terms of riding position, just the overall sensation of a different machine. I think that from the pictures that we have seen and from the comments, it proves that Maverick is quite happy with what he has. But will he adapt himself quick enough? Yes. But the track at Aragon is very different to Misano, so I will then really judge his performances from Misano when we get to there. So obviously that's the round after Aragon, so that'll be more the testing point for me where I think Maverick can improve and where he has kind of made steps from the test to the race weekend at Misano. But Aragon in between will give him a chance to learn things about that bike in a different environment and have his teammate be there, of course, so that's another reference point. So Elisa Spargaro has been fantastic this year, finally getting that first podium at Silverstone for Aprilia in the MotoGP era. I think that Maverick has a challenge on his hands with Alicia. He is very strong on that bike. It's really, it's stamped as Alicia's machine. He is the one that, Aprilia really push on to get the good results. But will Maverick change that? Who knows? It's going to be exciting. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Do you think Maverick will adjust quickly around Misano on the Aprilia when it gets to that race. Do you think he'll go well at Aragon as well, which of course is next week? I'd love to hear your thoughts below, and make sure to subscribe to Christ MotoGP for more content. So until next time guys, take it easy.